Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to continue with this series of doing readings for this kind of friendship dynamics. Probably I will upload also a new one on this day. I'm trying to get to everyone's recommendations. This was made a long time ago. It's for SF9 members Taeyang and HwiYoung. So I wanted to do it because the person requested me this a very long time ago. So I wanted to get into this. So let's talk a bit about their energies. Taeyang is a Pisces with a moon in Scorpio, and HwiYoung is a Taurus with a moon in Pisces. So there's definitely a possibility that they can be very compatible when it comes to their friendship and when it comes to probably being like this in this almost like silent kind of agreement, a lot of telepathy going around, and feeling really comfortable with each other's presence. Especially because Young, since he's a Taurus, sometimes Taurus energy, it's a bit on they are not shy, but they are quiet, especially the males. Taurus males, they tend to be very quiet, very like, they are not very, I don't know how to say it in English, but is it conversational? Like when you have the ability to make a conversation. It's like they can do it, but they need someone that they can make them feel comfortable, and sometimes they do not have much to say, honestly. Let's start with them. Taeyang, that it's on the left, he got the 10 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, and the Fool. So I think that what Taeyang is showing me here is that they had been through a lot, and that they had to face a lot of moments of uncertainty, and also a lot of chaos when it comes to their management, a lot of disappointment at the same time, like putting all the effort and getting nothing out of it. I think that I don't know what company they're from, but probably there's a lot of not consistency around them, like someone not being managing them really well, and them having to defend for themselves, them having to actually make a name for themselves or promote themselves or promote the group. you know I see I see Taeyang being really protective of the people that he loves, very protective, and I think that he's showing me that he's very protective of the group, because since we are talking about other team member, I think that he's talking about the group. He's someone that he is always like, he has a lot of inspiration. He's someone that he has like a lot of it's like he's always inspired, but he needs to do something with that. He's very physical, so he needs to do something with that inspiration. He needs to do something with this inner strength. And at the same time, I perceive him that he is very wise. He's someone that is very wise beyond his years. So probably he is a bit of like, he gives good advice. He gives good feedback to people. So I think that what he's showing me is that his relationship with HwiYoung, is this way. It's like that actually they help each other see the possibilities, and actually like seeing like new beginnings, new projects, new ideas. I think that even though they went through a lot, because actually I think that what Taeyeon actually is showing me is that they had been through a lot of moments where people that they trusted actually like probably betrayed them or lied to them, or just weren't very good for them. So I think that he's showing me his past wounds, everything that everything that they got today wasn't easy to gain, and actually that they didn't have it easy, and that this is why I think that he becomes very active and very energetic and very like a bit on the defensive with his energy, because it's like he knows what it's like to be disappointed and what it's like to be lied to. So, and I think that what he brings to his connection with Taeyang is to help. I'm sorry, with his connection with HwiYoung, is actually that Taeyang helps HwiYoung to see other perspective and to see, like, to get out of the comfort zone, because I think that I'm sensing with young energy to be a bit on the that he's a guy that likes to be very consistent, and probably he likes to stay on his comfort zone. For example, if he's good at something, he's going to maintain doing that same activity. But I think that Taeyang is that kind of influence that is like, no, you can do better. You can do something different. You can do so much better. You can do greater things. So I think that he is that kind of influence. He's like, okay, yes, your performance was great, but maybe you can add this element. So I think that he is that kind of friend. He because since he is a Pisces with the moon in Scorpio, definitely he has a lot of water. So he's someone that flows with opportunities. But at the same time, even though he's very sensitive and he has the ability to be very empathic, his Scorpio moon, that it's a mix of water and fire, is what allows him to be very sharp, and at the same time to be very observant, and to be very intense when it comes to achieving what he wants. It's like he can look very sweet and very sensitive, but at the same time, once you get to know him and once he's on his element or in something that he knows he's good at, then he reveals a part of a more passionate part, that the most passionate side of himself. And also I think that what he wants to achieve in his connection with HwiYoung is allowing HwiYoung to unleash his potential, and to let him see that they have a lot of opportunities to to grow as artists. That he doesn't have to get stuck in that comfort zone, or waiting for someone to call him, or waiting for someone to see him and be like, oh yes, I have a project that I would like you to participate on. I think that Taeyang is more on the it's more on the side that he recognizes his talents, and he knows that he has what it takes. So there's a bit of, he's more bold in that sense, and he has a lot of pride in his work, and also about his efficiency. So in the HwiYoung side, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Wands in reversed. So yes, what I'm seeing first, what I was talking about, him being a Taurus and him wanting stability. Definitely here with the Queen of Pentacles is showing me that he's a simple guy. He enjoys stability, and he enjoys to live a good life. Actually, he doesn't ask for much. Actually, probably he likes to wear nice things, and he likes to live in a comfortable place. But he's not someone. He's very protective of his income. He's is this like, if he has an stable income or paycheck or something like that, he's fine with it, as long as he has a certain amount of money. It's like he considers himself very, very lucky, and also very prosperous. And also, I think that he's very good with money. There's something about him that probably he likes to save money, or something like that. And probably what he has, that probably it's like, um, it's something that is expensive, or it's a expensive brand. It can be like a gift given to him, or someone bought it for him. But when it comes to real money, probably he's very, he likes to save it, or he likes to do some kind of investment. So he can, like, because it's like he is someone that it's because he's an earth sign, and he's very, on the material side. So he thinks about the future, and he wants to maintain a certain lifestyle. So probably he's saving money. But this also talks about his body language. Probably he's very stubborn, and at the same time he's a bit, he's a bit stubborn when it comes to getting out, like I was saying, getting out of his comfort zone, because I see the Wheel of Fortune here, and it means that, his life is about changes. These are small changes. You know how their lives are all about coming with different concepts, and, like, different time of the year, and it's like this circle. It's like this the circle of life that is always on the move. It's always moving. So I think that he's learning to adapt to this. I think that it wasn't easy for him, because he actually enjoys, I don't know, doing some kind of activity that has a lot to do with who he is. Like, for example, his image. Probably like modeling or something like that, where he can rely on his image, because definitely, since he's a Taurus, and Taurus is ruled by Venus, he has the appearance. Of course, that all SF9 members are handsome, but him being a Taurus, it means that he can get a lot more opportunities, appealing to the public with his image, and also with his voice, because I always remind people that Taurus rules the neck, the part of the neck and the throat. So actually, Taurus people are really good at singing and using their voice. They're really like, they have this very sensual kind of voice that is very appealing. Um, and but I think that, yes, sometimes he does struggle to with changes. He does struggle with changes, and I think that this is where his connection with Taeyang, it's very meaningful to him, and it's important, because whenever he feels stuck, or he feels like he cannot move on to the next project because maybe he's fixated on something, maybe he's a bit of a perfectionist, or maybe he doesn't. I have the feeling that he doesn't have a lot of confidence in himself. I think that there's a part of him that actually is not very confident in his skills. It's like, even though he's very prosperous when it comes to earning money, and like getting job opportunities, I think there's a part of him that he doesn't feel like he is an expert in an area. Like for example, I don't know. That when you have, I don't know, these main dancers, or these rappers, that they write their own songs, or, and when people address to them, and they are like, oh yes, they are like the golden child, because they are like so good at it, and it's like, and this word gets around, like, oh yes, he is amazing, and like this and that. And I think that for HwiYoung, even though maybe people mention, that he has skills, he doesn't fully believe it. He feels like a bit of, he feels like he is lacking. And at the same time, I think that this is what I'm seeing with the Wheel of Fortune, is that sometimes he wishes he could have more time to maybe study something, or um, to have more time to practice. Probably he's someone that he takes time to absorb information and to absorb new knowledge. So probably if you are the kind of person that you will present a project to him and expect him uh, to learn it right away, he will be a bit confused. He will be a bit like stuck, because he is not how he functions. He needs time to prepare for an activity. Um, so I think that sometimes this can block a bit of his gigs or his job offers, because he's someone that he doesn't feel confident if he doesn't have the time to do the preparation. And I think that this is where he can get actually a lot of inspiration from Taeyang, because Taeyang is more like going with the flow. Taeyang is always on the edge, like he's always waiting for that novelty, that he knows that change is coming. So it's almost like he's anticipating it. So he's always ready, even though he is in uncertainty and he doesn't know what this change is about, but he's always ready. It's like Taeyang has this ability to go with the flow. He's almost like a chameleon. He likes adapts, and I think that for HwiYoung it's very different, because for HwiYoung he has to observe a lot. He has to like to ponder a lot about it. He needs time to reflect. He needs time. He doesn't make like rush decisions, and he doesn't like to be rushed at the same time. He wants to do things his way and at his pace. So probably he does lose a bit of um, opportunities, because he spends too much time like thinking like, what should I do? For example, if he gets like multiple choices to do certain activities that are different from each other, they are like, no, I need to take one opportunity and finish that activity and then move on to the next. He needs for him, organization is very important. And also because him also being a moon in Pisces, he's someone that he also is very sensitive. So he doesn't like his energy to get caught up in different roles, because he is afraid he would like mess up the energies, because if he is being, I don't know, he's modeling, he is in that kind of zone. If he's singing, or he is performing, he is in that role. And then he moves on to the next. He cannot be like the three of them at the same time. So but he can manage it. It's just that he needs to also connect more with his intuition, because I think that his moon in Pisces is waiting for him to take his energy, because I think that he has the ability. This is why I think that he can learn a lot from Taeyang, because since Taeyang is a Pisces sun, it's like he has the Pisces energy incorporated in him. But for HwiYoung, since his moon in Pisces talks about his inner world, it's not easy for him to embrace it and let it out. I think that he hides it. He's like he holds on too tight to the earth energy of his, to be very sensorial, very Taurus, very stubborn, very committed at the same time. But he likes to know where he's heading. He likes to have a plan. He doesn't want to go into uncertainty. It's very different uh, that actually Taeyang's energy, that is like more free in that sense, and a bit out of, he's more adventurous. HwiYoung, he needs a plan. He needs to know where he's heading, because he doesn't like to feel like uncertain. So I think that in this kind of difference, this is where they learn from each other. So then the cards that came out for the relationship as an overall is the King of Cups, the Judgment, and the Seven of Cups. So yes, definitely what they can learn from each other is to connect with their emotional natures. I think that Taeyang can be a good influence for HwiYoung, but they definitely like his HwiYoung intuition is calling him. It's like he's inviting him to having like this kind of awakening, a spiritual awakening, where he can connect more with his intuition, because actually he does have a lot of abilities. Being a moon in Pisces, and since he is an entertainer, and since he is an artist himself, when you have a water moon, it allows you to be very, very like very inspired, and at the same time to have a lot of flow of ideas. But yes, he needs to let it flow. um, and at the same time, I think that they connect emotionally. I think that Taeyang sometimes helps William to have this kind of deja vu moments, where they start talking and suddenly he realizes things that he hasn't noticed before, or probably things that his intuition has told him, but he never paid attention. I think that what this connection is helping them both to do, and actually to be able to see together, is that they have more opportunities than actually what they can what they think that they have. They have a lot of opportunity. It's just that they need to open their intuition to see what opportunities are real and what opportunities are not very beneficial for them. Because I think that this industry, especially in their case, because I'm seeing it from their perspective, has been a bit deceiving for them. Like I was saying, Taeyang was showing me this about betrayal and lies. So I think that they need to open to they need to use their intuition and their perception to actually make good decisions for themselves, because yes, there's a lot of gaslighting in there. This kind of fame, it's a bit diffusing. It's like now you have it, now you don't have it. It's weird. So definitely they need to connect with their intuition to make smarter decisions, and to not get played, or just people like messing up their opportunities. So, but I see them, yes, like having a lot of opportunities in the future, and they all have to do with inspiration, and with them being artists. So yes, this is all I have for them, guys. So thank you for being here. Bye.